Hello Year 7 and welcome back to your drawing from still life tasks. So last week you created an accurate outline drawing of an object which meant something to you, and then you wrote a paragraph explaining why you chose it. And then this week you're going to add tone to your drawing by adding dark and light areas using the mark making techniques that you have previously practiced. Just to recap, we are looking at the artist Vincent van Gogh. You all created an artist research page so you know everything about him now, and we were just looking at how he creates his artwork using lots of marks. So lots of mark making techniques to build landscapes, still lives and self-portraits. So we are up to task 2 in week 2 now, and your task is going to be to use the sketch of your chosen object from last week and apply shading to your still life by drawing using mark making techniques in pen to create tone and texture on our object. How can you create tone using mark making techniques? Well, if we look at these bars here, what you can do is vary how close together you are drawing your lines to make it lighter. The other thing that you can do is vary the pressure that you are using with your pen, which sounds impossible, but it can be done. So what I suggest you do is you practice creating a tonal bar like these ones beforehand, like we've done in pencil previously, but now you're working in pen. How can you follow the shape of the object to create accurate form? So form is when we apply shading to an object to make it look 3D. So shape is 2D and form is 3D. To create accurate form, you must be using directional lines, so follow the shape of the object which you're drawing. Break up longer lines, so you're not just doing really big long lines, you're breaking them up to make it look more accurate. And don't just draw random little lines and marks anywhere, it really must be purposeful. You're looking at your object really carefully to work out where those directional lines must go. You're not drawing them flat, otherwise it just won't look right. Last week I showed you these examples of still life objects drawn and shaded using mark making techniques. So if you look at the shape of the object, all of the lines and the marks follow the shape. So the jar, the avocados, the shape of the shoe as well, and the dots on the strawberries. These were the examples that I created to show you. So if you look, I've curved my lines to follow the shape of the fish and the lobster. So it makes the claws and it makes the body look more 3D because it actually follows the shape to make it look like it's standing off the page. Just to quickly recap what your task is, you are using the sketch of your chosen object last week, you are applying shading to your still life, and drawing using mark making techniques in pen to create tone and texture to create a 3D form. Here are the things to remember when you are doing this task. So use the mark making techniques that you have practiced. Fill the entire object, don't just leave random areas of light and dark because otherwise it won't look accurate. Create the marks using a pen and try different techniques with the ones that you've practiced to see what creates the most accurate shade for light and dark for your object. Take your time, observe carefully where those light and dark areas are, and always remember that it must be directional shading. When you finish, following the same rules as always, upload a photograph of your work to Google Classroom. If you need help, please ask for it, either email myself, Miss Jenkins, or your own teacher, and submit your work on the correct day. So Year 7, your work is due in on Thursday. Well done, that is task 2 done. There'll be a new task next week.